I'm driving, it just keeps on sending me messages, in which I want to really kind of just speak upon as far as I'm driving. It's interesting how to do it this way. As I'm driving, Chicago is very windy here, and it's a little bit of rain going on, so happy Thanksgiving Eve. Some things that channel messages is coming to me again. If you are the divine feminine and you are actually doing the work, the inner childhood, dealing with the inner childhood wounds, and just really things that you're dealing with, the shadows, and clearing that out, you will be able to really truly see what's going on is into the DM. My DM, I know I've been doing a lot of the work, has really been showing his little pretty little, I could say cute little heart here lately. Just really being open. I've gotten to the point that I've even said to myself that, you know, I'm going to be open with just who I am. And in turn, he's been open with who he is as a divine masculine in his 3D, going through some of his karmic situations, as much as he allows me to kind of get into his world. Some things, like Sophia Charles says, I don't try to get into it. I don't want to know about what's going on his side that much, because I don't want to trigger it and throw me off. But you'll see a lot of things. He's been referencing my DM a lot of times about his soul. Like he said, he missed going to church, and his soul's missing that. And then also things on the job has been getting on, as it's been irritating him to his soul. So there you have really been getting in touch with a lot of things in the spirit, getting to know what's going on. I almost feel like saying, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. So doing that, getting to know you, knowing you just like me. So in some ways, like we're seeing in some ways, that the DM is similar to us as far as going on, as far as any emotions. We're finding out that also with them that they have a heart, you know. They're not around here like the scared crow like we think we are. And they're kind of really revealing a new side of us, like they're becoming new. I see like the new love card, you know, and in their emotions, where she's standing there and she's got the basket, and the divine the masculine in the card is bowing down, and she's standing there with her fruit basket, and like, I'm reaping the harvest. So in the masculine, in some ways, he's saying that emotionally I have been doing the work, and in some ways I done made my divine masculine, which means the analytical side, the thinking side, to be able to like bow down. That's currently what's going on with the energies as well as channel messages. I wanted to bring that. That's why I said in my cards, oh, I see Bay and Bay. This connection, communication. Would like to kind of like really bring to you, as far as like when I had did the reading, the importance of seeing the divine masculine in a new light. Not to continuously keep on seeing him in such a negative way from the hurt, putting those not rose-colored glasses, but those muddy glasses that from what they did. You'll see that's a new technique that I have been kind of working with the divine masculine, which is being able to see him in a more of, you know, a softer side, like the softer side of seers, and operating from that, because we keep on giving him this template of he's going to come this way, he's going to act this way, and from that hurt and that same old thing. And you know, I think I talked about that one time on the video about the young lady, I think it was on Ayana Van Zant, and I was looking at the program, and it was stating that the young lady kept on saying, I'm trying to change, but the people keep on looking at me the same way, like my old self when I was stealing credit cards from my stepmother, and doing the things, and she's like, I'm telling you, I changed. Everybody else knows it, but my family don't know it. And a lot of times with the DM, I think that's the same thing that we're having an issue with that. I'm looking at the clouds and it's opening up too in some light. It's like, he's like, yeah, I know, I've been doing the work. If you've been doing the work and you've been changing, why don't you see that I'm also changed too? As well, like he almost said, no, I didn't change. So I don't have my singing voice. But by the time when I get to the school and I'm with them kids, it'll come back. It's still raspy. So those are the things that I kind of wanted to really touch upon with that. Second thing is I was watching Amber. I'm so glad to see I found your channel again. I know you had switched over, and I had not switched over either. So I want to give a shout out to Amber and her transformation and creating a new channel, in which she has stated on here her recent video, which was talking about how she's saying the TwinFlames readers or advisors are going to get to a point that they evolve to a point that we're going to be not doing this, like readings, like using the tarot cards. Some of us might shut down our channels, which is, I am in total agreement with that. I had a vision and a dream about that, which was that I was like talking and dealing with soulmates. Okay, well, that don't mean anything. Soulmates. And I just seen a truck that usually is similar that lets me know what the DM is going through, you know, on that one. It's so interesting how you trying to lift up the vibrations and how sometimes the other forces try to bring you something to say, I don't think so. But anyway, so we're still going to keep it uplifted. Thank you. And then I see Bay and Bay back again. So my thing is that some of us are going to get to that point. When I've been on this journey, when I started in 2012, I looked at a lot of videos that had of readers, and I always remember the first one his name was Luke Cottrell, and I have not seen any more videos come out with him at all. He was one that used religion and spirituality in him, and he had bought his, just like Sophia Charles to me, had bought in his twin that helped him to do support on emails and stuff, and they would go in and go out because he was an Aries, and he would go in and go out in the relationship on the journey with him. Sometimes he had some damn it to hell kind of like issues and episodes that would occur, and I haven't seen him anymore at all. Now, I don't know, one way I would like to say is that maybe he evolved and became into union with his actual twin, and he felt that he didn't need to do this channel anymore. What I want to say with that is that, yes, it will come to a point, and I'm in total agreement because I seen the vision of me working with other people that weren't twins, soulmates. They come and running up to the car, and they were telling me, come on, that they were telling me that, I'm sorry, that was just a gentle nudge to tell him to move, telling him that, you know, how to live a life, how to be divine. And that is really, remember again, us calling light workers, again, just to kind of want to shine light on that again. Light workers isn't just about just shining a light on them. It's about shining a light inside. I got that from a video, and taking that light and then shining it out on others, because you've learned the lesson, what helped you to become divine, what helped you to come in union, what helped you to become back whole again, if you want to talk layman's terms to other people, and you becoming whole again, you taking that light and you shining it out on others so they can know about what you had did. And so that's the ultimate. Sophia Charles talked about that. I've talked about that. Jubilee 11 has talked about that. 1111 has talked about that. And so my thing is that, you know, if any of these channels are really worth their grain of salt and are really actually talking about really the true TwinFlame journey, that's how you know if they're true, if they're talking about how you take it and you help others. That's why we call it community. Light workers, power in numbers, working and helping out to shine the light so it can be a brighter place for everybody else. So you start with union with self first in doing that. And so my thing is that yes, we will get to a point. I seen that in the vision. I want to just really pretty much second that and confirm what she said. Well, we will not be, some of us will not be doing these channels. They might close it down and might go into union and start really concentrating on the union with themselves, union with being with the person, because I told you once you get in a union, the work doesn't end. It continues on. You got to learn how to kind of engage and work with the flow of you and you being with your twin again, so that separation doesn't happen over again. And so it's very important that, you know, you might have to pull away like I do sometimes, and I concentrate on us and our relationship and about what things I got to change within myself and what I got to do with the world and how things my relationship with my mom and things of the past with my dad and those things, and changing and shifting the things. And they might have to, you know, a lot of times we'll find our readers that we find the special ones that we kind of gravitate to, I won't say cling to, that, you know, they might be there, might not be there. A lot of times you might say, well, what happened to them? And they just might say, you know, I got instructed to just go on ahead and just do me, you know, that you all got enough information that you can go back about videos, can do that. I think even a lot of another one, her name's, oh Lord, I can see it, Laura, oh Lord, and I always say, she said this is an experiential channel. It's her name, Cornwell something. It starts with a C at her last name. And she don't do any videos anymore. I don't know what happened to her either. And so, unless I just not getting notifications on her. But my thing is that, you know, you get to a point that say, I didn't put my lessons out there. I didn't did enough. I think about even with my minister that passed on, and a lot of the stuff she tells me, I use her as a guide as well. That a lot of these principles that we're teaching, even as becoming divine on this walk, on this twin flame journey, she tells me a lot of times, I taught that. That's what the metaphysics is pretty much about. And so that's a mixture of spirituality mixed in with physics as well. And so the understanding the symbolism of things. And so my thing is that you know, this stuff ain't brand new, really. That's another thing I want to say. This stuff is not brand new. It's with a twist. It's been out here. And a lot of times, like I say, these videos that she has put out there already, like Laura or whatever her name is, I have to look it up again. She's got enough information that these principles are standard throughout times, just like the laws of physics. So you could go at any time of any of these twin flames and look and see their videos, and it still will resonate as if it is true for now. Stuff resonates, videos that then I did 2 years back and starting on this journey of being on here. My seat is too hot. I got the seat warming on. I was getting hot, so I know that spirit now jumping into me. That's really saying, you know, you can look back and it's still true resonating here now, even if they came out in 2013 or 14 or whatever it came out, they still are true for it resonating now. Another thing that I want to say about is this spirituality as well. I'm noticing a trend a lot of times, like if I talk about, even on my videos, about spirituality or talk about the Bible or talk about Jesus or something like that, that is not something that I'm on apologetically, or I'm unapologetic about that. Is because, again, those principles, again, is us as twin flames or divine unisouls, we are here to embrace all principles. All of them lead, whether you're a Buddhist, Baptist, or whatever. Some kind of way, they all lead as a spoke. I look on the spoke as a wheel as I'm looking at these cars that I'm passing. They go back to the powers that be. Now, what goes wrong with the spirituality is when it gets you lockstep in thinking in a certain way, and there's not an underlying freedom. Now, if you go into spirituality and you need that type of religion to help you to become free in some ways, then go, by all means, go for it. But when you start becoming that elitist attitude of my religion is better than your religion, or you become, as some twin flames have the attitude is, you know, I don't do religion, I don't like religion because of, now you're doing separation. I see the license plate say mindset. It's your mindset that creates the differences when we're talking about religion. Thank you, God. So they're helping me. Mindset, man, had a Acura SUV that said that. It's your mindset that makes a difference. So I don't really agree with, and I know, and I have much respect for Sophia Charles, but the things when she starts talking about the spirituality, it goes like nails on a chalkboard for me. And there's a lot of other things that she does say too, and I voice that to other people as well. Things I take it always like my minister said, you take off a plate, like if I was going to a buffet, this I'll take, that I'll leave. With spirituality, if it helps you to ascend and become a better person, and it changes your mindset, then by all means it's okay. But when you're saying about the spirituality, if it doesn't help you become free in your mind and it locks you into thinking a certain way, then yes, we got a problem with the spirituality. So I've noticed a lot of trends that when I do talk about spirituality, it doesn't matter when we're talking about the Bible, rather it is made by two men in a cave. We still don't know who the authors are. Whatever it is, it was channeled to them, whether we can look at it as a parable or a fairy tale. I think about Tim Green did that about the fairy tales, how it's still a lesson that can be learned through the fairy tales of Beauty and the Beast, or the Princess and the Frog. All of those things is still a lesson, and it's still, you can always get a lesson and a blessing into any type of story that you see. You can take it and put a spiritual spin. Oh my God, it's so windy out here. They done took the planner stand. You can get a lesson out of anything, so it does not matter. So a lot of, I'm noticing a lot of them, you know, you're doing this, and I always think about Amber telling me about when I was talking about one time about food and eating meat, and she said, listen here, you don't ever feel sorry about you eating meat. If that's other people's thing about them don't want to have that, that's their principles about that. And I always said I love her for that. I've always taken that into heart about that, because whatever you do, if that helps you feel free and feel your bliss and make you feel good about yourself, then you go on ahead and do you in the whole situation. So my thing is, it's all about the mindset about things. And so again, I wanted to bring that because again, one thing that makes me really feel, another thing I'm noticing also, we're not really looking and taking into account these videos to help us to be able to, okay, thank you, help us to be able to, I'm right here. I didn't leave you. Help us to be able to think about, to be better as far as us going on this journey, these twin flame walks. A lot of times we got to get kind of really stop being very dependent upon really saying about these ones. It's more so about the readings, and we got to get more into the point that we're doing things that's more about the principles of things. And so that is a very big thing. So I notice when I do my fireside chats, you all do not watch that too much. I get maybe about 75, 25, 35 on that. But then when I talk about what's the DM doing, then the things is spiking up. That's a little alarming to me, because you should be on this walk trying to really get all the principles, things that you need. And then also about the childhood wounds. Not too many people are doing that. And I can understand that. If you're not doing childhood wounds, I know it's also a debate about that. Is another one, Twin Flame All Stars. He's talking about that. He kind of bashed and said about readers. He didn't name at all that's talking about childhood wounds. He doesn't believe that it has anything to do with childhood wounds. He said it's just about you just making a better version of yourself. I disagree with that, because again, if you got some issues that when you was a child, you got some mother issues that you got to deal with, then yes, and it's not helping you to be a better version of yourself, then yes, you got to go dig into that childhood wound. So my thing is that we've got to still be honest with yourself. Do the work. You can tell if you're doing, again, the litmus test is your divine counterpart. They will let you know if you're on the road. And like I said, I see things growing. I see things changing in my DM, and I'm very thankful. Remember, during this season, and we doing like Thanksgiving, to be gratitude and to be thankful for all the little small things. He talks to you. He texts you. He said good morning to you. Every little thing to be just thankful. And not only just on him, but turn it on yourselves for the littlest things. Also for the growth that you're showing, because this is what this time is for. We already had the new moon in Sagittarius, which is starting new beginnings, starting a new creation of a new concept of you. 2020 is living the vision. So you should be now really, at these last months that's coming up, should be really thinking about consciously about what things you got to change, what things you don't want to bring into the new year 2020 at all. Because again, we're talking about in 2020 we should have the mindset, that's what I'm gonna call this, thank you Spirit, about living the dream, living the vision, and shining the light as a light worker. All right, you have helped me to get to work. I say thank you. Remember, again, December the 3rd, I will be doing my healing the inner child wounds on rejection. You should really be looking at, oh Lord, they talk about that. You should really be looking at that and joining that. That's at 11:20 a.m. Central Time. With that, also we'll be coming out with a program called The Playground. We already brainstorming about some other things about how we can add on to this and really create this a playground experience for us on this twin flame journey. So we really getting ready for that. Don't forget about Jupiter 1111s for the 411. To get that together about that, if you want to come into the city of Chicago, which was going to be on April the 11th, where you see her, Sophia Charles, myself, and other dynamic speakers that's on the twin flame journey, sharing their information about that. That's what we talk about, things that you got to invest. Okay, the wind is pushing me, so that's Spirit saying get out the car. Pushing the car, though I'm in park mode. Doing those things as far as getting you all ready into union. Okay, so make sure you go on Jupiter. I think it's risewithjupiter.com. If not, go over to her channel to see and to be able to get that, because she's got a nice package, a VIP package, where you will be able to eat with us, talk and conversation with the speakers that are there, vendors with spirituality as well. It's just going to be just a great time had for all. And so until next time, so enjoy your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. And enjoy your Thanksgiving. And I say until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you. Have a great day.